Welcome to days 10, 11 and 12 of the 15-day Hatsu Basho, the New Year Grand Sumo Tournament from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Syd Hoare. Over the last few years, many criticisms have been made in Japan by the traditional stalwarts of the Sumo Association that the wrestlers were, to quote, overweight, lazy and unskillful. Weight controls were even introduced for all rikishi over 170 kilos body weight. However, the rikishi themselves countered this by saying the only way they could compete against the massive Pacific Islanders, such as Konishiki, Akibon and Musashi Maru, was by putting on as much weight as possible. The hardline traditionalists in the Sumo Association said that this has made the wrestlers slower, they get injured more, and generally they don't train very hard. Well, this all appears to be changing now. The big, massive Pacific Islanders are on their way out. Almost, not quite. And now the wrestlers are getting trimmer and getting more technical. Well, let's go on to the first bout of our day. It's between Sentoryu and Kobo. Sentoryu, other known as Henry Armstrong Miller, an American wrestler. His mother's Japanese. They're dumping Kobo with yoritaoshi. Very powerfully built wrestler is Sentoryu. Does a lot of weight training, although his sumo is a bit predictable. Next out, Daizen and Oginishiki. Both of these wrestlers seem to have recovered from a poor early start. Daizen had 4 straight losses to begin with, but now has recovered somewhat, both of them with 5 wins apiece. Still a chance to get Kachikoshi or more wins and losses. So Oginishiki there, gaining the advantage, drove Daizen back on the initial charge. Then when Daizen recovered, he then spun him round and out and pushed him from behind with okuridashi. So 6th win there for Oginishiki, 5th loss for Daizen. Otsukasa, 147 kilos, he looks a bit heavier though. Fighting Oikari. These two have never fought before. Otsukasa using a mix of techniques this basho. When he comes off, tries a slap, and that reduced Oikari's charge somewhat. They always find it off-putting to get cracks across the side of the face as they come out. And then 2 hands on the back of the neck and pulled him down. So Otsukasa wins that one, 5 wins for him now. 6th loss for Oikari. Kotonowaka and the Saragatake stable, fighting Aminishiki. They fought twice before. Kotonowaka's won both of them. Heavily taped up left knee there of Kotonowaka's. Seemed to have upset his sumo particularly. He's got 4 wins already. Not a lot at this stage. Well, that's Aminishiki there trying kakinagi, trying to lift Kotonowaka's legs up from the inside, but much too big a weight gap there. Kotonowaka at 175 kilos and Aminishiki at a mere 125. Tochiazuma there, one of the front runners, along with Chiyotenzan and Kotomitsuki. Now Takanonami, veteran Takanonami. He's got 5 wins. Started off well, now he's fading a bit. Fighting Tosanoumi. They've had 29 fights in the past. Takanonami's won 21 of them. If Tosanoumi can win this one, it will keep him within range of a chance to win the Emperor's Cup. Got 7 wins so far. Very careful start there, both wrestlers watching each other intently as they lowered their final hand to the mat or to the ground. Takanonami's looking for those arm lock tie-ups, but Tosanoumi not letting him settle down, kept him on the go there and spun him over with tsukiotoshi. Thrust drop throw, heavy fall for the Takanonami. Tosanoumi there driving into Takanonami. Takanonami tries a pull down on the back of the head, tries another one, misses it. Tosanoumi crowding him the whole time, staying in close. Now a little bit of a comeback by Takanonami. Likes to use his height, likes to wrap his long arms around the arms of the opposing wrestler. You can see him trying that, but then as he wraps one arm round, that gives Tosanoumi a chance to spill him over with tsukiotoshi. So it's 8 wins now, and kachikoshi, incidentally, for Tosanoumi, and keeps his chances of, slim chances, it must be said, of winning the basho alive. Toki, the man who used to serve as Akebono's sword bearer when Akebono used to do his ring entering ceremony as a yokozuna. So typical Toki comes out as a little bit of a slap in the middle of that as he bangs Tamanoshima's face, tries a pull down and another pull down, and that one was effective. Tamanoshima not too happy about that. That's his 9th straight loss. He's only got 1 win so far. Previous basho he had 7 wins, but this is turning into a bit of a nightmare for him. 3rd win for Toki. Akinoshima, not a great salt scatterer. Salt dribbles out of his hands at the end there. Scourge of the younger wrestlers when they're on tour. Here fighting Kyokushuzan, they fought 15 times before. Kyokushuzan's won the majority of them. 9 to be precise. So now both locking in. Now that was very neatly done. Very reminiscent of Mongolian sumo, that one. They're extremely skillful at pulling the wrestlers flat down on their face. And they use it by knocking away the knee sometimes from the inside. So that's what we saw there. Uchimuso. Rarish technique, but pretty common in Mongolian sumo. 4th win for Kyokushuzan. 8th loss and makikoshi for Akinoshima. Kyokutenho, only 2 wins so far. Well, he surprisingly was Maigashira 5 the last basho, and he got 8 wins. And then they push him up to Komusubi, so goodness knows why. It's gone up a bit too high, I think. Not doing well this time. Here fighting the powerhouse, Wakanosato takes his 6th win. And that was 8th loss, and makikoshi for Kyokutenho. Let's watch this one again. Wakanosato could probably put on a bit more weight. He's just about 100, just under 160 kilos, and his weight's rising. Very powerful rikishi. And there's a little bit of prize money for him at the end with some kensho. And his kensho kin. Now Kotomitsuki strained his thigh before this basho, although it doesn't seem to have affected him too much. He's got 9 wins so far, no losses. Fighting Tochinonada, who he's met 7 times previously and beaten him 5 times. Tochinonada with only 6 wins so far. So the rituals come to an end. This is the real thing. They bang shoulders there, not so much heads. Now he's crowding Kotomitsuki, he's got him on the edge. And finally finishes him off. Well, that's Kotomitsuki takes his 1st loss. And Tochinonada had him on the run there. First bad bout for Kotomitsuki in this basho. And that was 7th win for Tochinonada. Well, that was an interesting one. Kotomitsuki possibly a little bit asleep there on that at the start. Let's watch it again. They come out, bang shoulders. But then Kotomitsuki tries to settle in, but then his arms get floated up. He can't use his arms. You can see how Tochinonada's denying him the use of his arm there, and there he is, hovers on the edge, and a single push sends him over the edge of it. Well, this is Kaio, who should have fought Chiyotenzan, but Chiyotenzan broke a bone in his heel in his bout yesterday. This was the one against Musoyama. Didn't look very much, but there, just on the edge as he went down, he stepped in that little recess, and that damaged him. So a win there for Kaio gives him 7 wins so far. And Chiyotenzan now out of it. Now we have Tochiazuma and Dejima. These two have met 21 times before. Tochiazuma's won 14 of them, but Deji, or as he's known, is a bit on the slide. He was world amateur champion in '91. Now, Dejima, 159 kilos, Tochiazuma some 10 kilos lighter. Fairly evenly balanced, although, it has to be said, Tochiazuma's on the way up, Deji is on the way down. So Tochiazuma closes him off very quickly there. Dejima not really getting a look in. Quick slap, and Dejima's arms were taken out of action, more or less, made ineffective. So there's the clash, and there you see the push up on the arms, the shoulder closes in, and Dejima's arms not able to do very much. Another push under the arm and up, and then over the edge. So very neatly done there. 10 straight wins for Tochiazuma. You can see he hasn't shaved. He's not shaving. Thinks it'll keep his luck holding up. Well, next one out of the three leading wrestlers is Chiyotaikai. Kotomitsuki we saw lose a moment ago. Now we have Chiyotaikai against Kaiho. He's only fought once before. Chiyotaikai won that one. Chiyotaikai looking very powerful in this basho. Before the basho, people were talking about him being demoted. His previous tournament, he had to sit out. The one before that, he only had 4 wins. But he seems to have recovered his condition remarkably. But Kaiho is very nifty on avoiding charges. Let's see how it goes. Now he meets Chiyotaikai full on. Chiyotaikai trying to drive him over the edge. Lots of thrusts to the face. And there at the end, Chiyotaikai's feet skidded away. He couldn't keep it up. He overreached himself. And all credit now. He had injured his toe there the other day. And that seems to have affected him, although it wasn't so much that. He overreached himself and his foot skidded away. So Kaiho hung on there grimly throughout all those hard thrusts to the face and neck. And then eventually bent over double almost on the edge. Chiyotaikai's feet gave way. Let's watch that one again. So there's the initial charge. Kaiho just starts moving back, digs in on the edge. You can see his body arching backwards. Chiyotaikai chasing him, more of the same, pushing him right to the edge. Leaning into, and then just when it looked like he had Kaiho going out, looked like he was moving out, then Chiyotaikai lost his balance and crashed down. So that leaves Tochiazuma solely in the lead at this point with no losses at all. Now concluding bout of day 10, Musoyama against Mongolian Asa Shoryu. Quite a bit of weight difference between these two, some 57 kilos difference. It's about 132 pounds difference in body weight. Well, that's veteran, Ozeki ranked veteran Musoyama dealing with upstart, Mongolian upstart. Sent him out without much trouble. So that's 5th loss for Asa Shoryu and 7th win for Musoyama. So at the end of day 10, Tochiazuma in the lead with 10 straight wins. Chiyotaikai and Kotomitsuki each suffering a loss, now with 9 wins and 1 loss. And a step behind Tosanoumi with 8 wins and 2 losses. We'll be back after the break. Stay with us.